Like, what have we learnt about the moon through the Chandraayan 3?
Many things. Okay, that depends on the payloads that we have. We put something called instruments on board. There were 5 instruments, important instruments on Chandrayaan 3. We had 3 on the Vikram and 2 on the rover Pragyan. So the Pragyan had 2 separate instruments. One which will apply radiation, alpha particles limit. It will go and hit the materials on the surface. From the material scatter, there will be a spectrometer which will measure what elements it is made of. So you can understand on the surface whether it is made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, silicon. You can distinguish from them. There was another instrument which is again a laser based instrument. So it will send a laser beam, and once it hits the surface, it will ablate. Fumes will come out of it, and these fumes will be imaged by a spectrometer. This again finds out the similar manner the elemental composition. So what we did is the rover was moving around, and then at different places it will stop. It will do this function, measure it, again go to a next location. So almost 100 meters it moved and did all the measurements and collected all the data. And we had some interesting observation we published. It had also the cameras, 2 stereo cameras were there. So those images we collected. And we had 3 instruments on board Vikram. One was to measure the seismic behavior. That's called lunar shake vibrations that you can measure.
Moonquakes.
Yes. Moonquakes you can measure. And there was another one which was measuring the thermophysical characteristics of the regolith. The regolith is a material that constitutes the surface. So we put a probe into it, then send some current to heat it up. So once you heat it up, it will measure the temperature gradient. And from that, you can measure how the conductivity, the electrical properties, things like that.
Wow.
Then we had a probe that was almost 1 meter long. It was swinging open. Then it will measure the electrons around. There is no atmosphere. So because of that, it is charged. So this charging will happen day and night with the sunlight. So these charged electrons will rise up in the daytime, go down in the night. So this was being measured using this. So I mentioned about all the 5 instruments now.
Okay.
Yeah.